What's up guys, Alvaro here. Welcome to the Bilingual Stock Market channel again. On this channel we talk about the markets and we do it in English and Spanish as well, so you can pick your preferred language. And in this video I want to break down some technicals, so I want to go over both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100 in order to try to figure out what direction the markets could be potentially picking next week. I also want to show you the most important earnings reports that are coming out next week, and at the end of the video I am going to break down from a technical standpoint as well 3 stocks that tomorrow are going to be on the very top of my personal watch list. So with that further ado, let's get right into the video and let's get started with the most important earnings reports that are coming out next week, at least according to my opinion. So tomorrow, guys, after close, we have Roblox, we also have CleanSpark Energy, Ideanomics, Archimoto, and also Romeo Power, which is going to be one of the stocks that I am going to be breaking down in this video. However, you guys cannot see Romeo Power over here because my webcam is blocking it, but Romeo is reporting earnings after close. Then on Tuesday, we have Walmart, we have Home Depot. What else do we have before open on Tuesday? I think that's it. Then after close, we are going to have Krispy Kreme. Watch out for Krispy Kreme, guys. This is a company that has been around for quite some time, so this is going to be a very interesting earnings report to be analyzed. Then on Wednesday, before open, Target has been killing it on its last earnings reports, so watch out for Target on Wednesday before open. We also have Lowe's, and what else on Wednesday after close? Wow, guys, Nvidia. That is going to be a market mover, and Nvidia is going to be a runner into that earnings report on Wednesday, no doubt about it. And therefore, Nvidia could also affect in a very negative or positive way the semiconductor sector. So watch out for that. We also have Cisco. And on Thursday, we have Macy's before open calls. Bilibili, still louder. And what else on Thursday? After close, we have Applied Materials, Ross, and I think that's it. And on Friday, we can make the case that the earnings report of John Deere is going to be an interesting one because this is a very heavy stock inside the industrial sector. Foot Locker is also reporting earnings on Friday. So if you ask me, guys, I am going to keep a close watch on Foot Locker on Friday, John Deere on Friday as well, Applied Materials on Thursday, Target and Nvidia on Wednesday, and Lowe's as well. Obviously, Krispy Kreme on Tuesday. That is going to be very interesting as well after close. And tomorrow, obviously, Ideanomics, which is going to be one of the stocks that I am going to be breaking down in this video, and Romeo Power. I can say, in the case of Archimoto, guys, this is a company that is still at a very early stage of development. So I don't think that Archimoto is going to be able to report anything interesting. And when it comes to the S&P 500, this index went down yesterday in yesterday's trading session 0.16%, and we have a brand new all-time high in the S&P 500 at 4,468 points. And we can see here on the 4-hour chart of the S&P that this index is getting a bit overheated. Once again, we can see the relative strength index at 72 points. And mind you, guys, we have already seen not long ago the S&P trading with the RSI being at 85 or 86 points. Not long ago, this was back in the beginning of July and also in mid-April. So can the bulls keep on going up despite the fact that the RSI on the 4-hour chart is at 72 points? Yeah, that could happen. That's in the cards. And I said in the video that we posted on Thursday that in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, we are going to see 4,500 sooner rather than later, and we are getting closer. We are only something like, how far are we from 4,500? We are 32 points away. So in my opinion, 4,500 is going to start to act like a magnet for the bulls in the S&P 500. However, and since the RSI is a bit elevated, if in tomorrow's trading session we happen to see some sort of pullback, I am going to keep a close watch on the low point of yesterday's trading session. I'm going to draw a line over here near 44.62. That might be the most immediate area of lower support. We are talking about the low point of yesterday's trading session, and we are talking about an area of overhead resistance in which the bulls failed on Thursday. If that area of lower support happens to be broken to the downside, then I am going to be keeping a close watch on 44.40, which is an area of overhead resistance in which the bulls of the S&P failed on 1, 2, and 3 occasions last week or during this week. Because when I am filming this video, guys, it is Saturday as of now, so the new week hasn't started yet. However, guys, and from a technical standpoint, and as I was saying, we are on a clear uptrend. There's nothing to complain about the S&P 500. We are trading above the moving averages. And mind you, if the bulls keep on going up, and if they get further away from the moving averages, that is not positive. I have told you here on the channel plenty of times that also the moving averages act like a magnet. So if the bulls keep on going up, without this index having any pullback, then that is going to be not so good from a technical standpoint, because the most, let's say, positive scenario from a technical standpoint for any stock or for any index is obviously staying above the moving averages, but not getting so far away from the moving averages. So we can say that the S&P is getting overheated, but maybe the final destination could be 4,500. So watch out for the bulls reaching a new all-time high at 4,500 in the course of next week. And in the case of the Nasdaq 100, this index is, it is looking quite different relative to the S&P 500. This is the flip side of the coin. So the Nasdaq 100 went up yesterday 0.32%, and it closed yesterday's trading session at 15,136 points. And the best performing stock inside the Nasdaq 100 yesterday was eBay, which was on an absolute tear. I actually closed a trade on eBay on Friday, and I ended up leaving a lot of money on the table. Whatever. Profit is profit, and that was the best performing stock. But the heavy lifting in yesterday's trading session in both the Nasdaq 100 and the S&P 500 was pretty much done by a handful of stocks once again, guys. Microsoft, Google, and Apple. Other than that, yesterday we had a sideways day in which we didn't see a lot of action other than eBay, Microsoft, Google, and Apple. Okay, but from a technical standpoint, all right, we can see the RSI of the Nasdaq 100 at 61 points. It is very healthy. It is starting to get a bit, overheated, but we have seen the Nasdaq 100 trading with its RSI being at 83 points. So the fact that we are seeing the RSI of the Nasdaq 100 at 61 points is very positive from a technical standpoint. Last week, the 50 SMA was tested twice, and the bulls managed to find support near 15,000 points. So in my opinion, guys, and I have been saying this here on the channel left and right, we are seeing a process of consolidation slightly above two very important areas of lower support. The first one 14,900 points, and the second one 15,000 points. So it looks like the bulls are simply gathering momentum in order to take on all-time high sooner rather than later. That could actually happen in this week or next week, because as I just said, today is Saturday. So all-time high in the case of the Nasdaq 100 is at 15,184 points, and the bulls closed yesterday's trading session at 15,135 points. So it looks like we are very likely to see a new all-time high in the Nasdaq 100 in the course of next week. And we are obviously on a clear uptrend channel, and we are trading above the moving averages, but the Nasdaq 100 is not as far away from its moving averages relative to the S&P 500. So everything is looking very, very bullish over here. There's nothing to complain about, neither the S&P and the Nasdaq 100. And let's see if the magnet that I am calling out of 4,500 points could be seen next week. And I truly believe that if we happen to see 4,500 in the S&P, we are also going to see a new all-time high in the Nasdaq 100, breaking out of 15,184 points. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the first stock of this video, which is going to be Context Logic. And this stock got absolutely killed. In yesterday's trading session, it went down 19% and it closed yesterday's trading session at $7.55. So we are seeing over here, guys, something that I haven't seen in quite a while in any stock in the stock market. This is a 3-year chart, and we are seeing an all-time low in the case of Context Logic at $6.69. And why did this happen? Well, first of all, which reported horrible earnings, nasty earnings. So they lost more money than what the analysts, were expecting. And the worst aspect of Context Logic's earnings report was that they lowered the commercial guidance for the third quarter of this year. So they said that they are seeing sales getting weaker, and they believe that the third quarter is going to be even weaker relative to the second quarter when it comes to sales. I was also taking a look at the short interest of Context Logic, because you guys know that this was one of the stocks that was targeted by Wall Street bets, and the short interest of Wish as of now is at 8.6%, so we can pretty much rule out any short squeeze anytime soon. And I don't know, guys, this is a tough one. I am getting a lot of questions about Context Logic, so I'm going to pull up here the 4-hour chart, and in my opinion, I'm not gonna touch this stock, guys, unless the bulls can consolidate slightly above. Let me zoom in here on the 4-hour chart. So I need to see the bulls taking on $7.80. $7.80 is a previous area of lower support that already acted as such for Wish back on June 7th and also back in May. So I need to see the bulls taking on that area that is a former support and that now is going to act as a new resistance, obviously. So if I happen to see Wish trading during 2 or 3 trading sessions, let's say slightly above $7.80, if I can see some sort of good consolidation slightly above that level, I could be picking up some shares of Wish at, let's say, I don't know, $7.90 or $8, in which case, and in order to take a trade, my price target is going to be the next important area of overhead resistance, for which near $9.50. $9.50 is a previous area of lower support that already acted as such for the stock of this company back on August 5th and also back on July 15th. And we are also talking about a former area of overhead resistance in which the bulls of Wish failed back in May. So if I were able to take this trade the way that I am describing it, purchasing shares of Wish, let's say at $7.80 or $7.90, and selling out of those shares near $9.40, we are talking about a 17% profit, guys. So what about purchasing a bunch of shares of Wish? Now that I am recording this video, I am thinking a bit better about it. This could be an opportunity. Let's say picking up 400 or 500 shares of Wish at that price, and selling it, as I just said, $7.90, and selling out of those shares at $9.45. Yeah, that's almost an 18% profit trade, a very solid profit. So watch out for Wish, guys. In the upcoming week, reconquering the new resistance near $7.80 and starting to consolidate slightly above that level. And now let's go ahead and take a look at Ideanomics, which is a company that is reporting earnings tomorrow, and IDEX has been absolutely crushed, guys. Let me see here because IDEX reached a new all-time high back in February, on February 5th, and the stock of this Chinese company is trading as of now 60% of its high. So I actually have a sizable unrealized loss on IDEX. Let me show you over here. Because I started, guys, a long-term speculative position on IDEX. So I own 980 shares over here at an average cost of $3.44. So I am getting absolutely decimated with this long-term position, and as of now I have an unrealized loss of $1,000. Am I going to end up losing all of my money? That could be the case. This is a speculative long-term investment, but I think that this company is going to do well at a long term, despite the fact that this company is still at a early stage of development. So if we take a look at the last two earnings reports of IDEX, so what was the response of the market? So take a look at these guys. I was gonna say earnings. IDEX reported earnings. Its second to last earnings report came out on March 31st, and after that earnings report came out, the stock, of this company dropped 34%. And IDEX posted its last earnings report back on May 17th, and after that report came out, the stock of this company basically traded sideways. So, and I said this in the last video that we posted about Ideanomics, I am waiting for IDEX, guys, at $2.23. IDEX actually closed last Friday's trading session at $2.28, and it went down 5%. I think that $2.23 or $2.20 is a very attractive price in order to pick up some shares of IDEX. We are talking about a former area of lower support that already acted as such for IDEX back on May 11th. It also acted as a lower support for IDEX back on April 20th, and we are also talking about a former area of overhead resistance in which the bulls of IDEX failed back on December 14th of last year. So if I were able to take a swing trade, because I am not going to sell out of any of my long-term shares for at least 5 years, regardless of whatever could happen with IDEX. So if I can, as I just said, pick up some shares of IDEX near $2.20, and if I can sell out of those shares at the next important area of overhead resistance for the stock of this Chinese company at $2.54, I could be potentially locking in a profit of 13%. That's a very good profit, guys. So, in the case of the next overhead resistance near $2.54, we are talking about a previous area of overhead resistance in which the bulls of IDEX failed on a systematic way in late July, but we are also talking about a former area of lower support that already acted as such for IDEX back in the beginning of April. It also did it back in late March, and it also did it back in the beginning of March. And we are also talking about a former area of overhead resistance in which the bulls of IDEX failed back in the beginning of January. So we can expect from a technical standpoint, the bulls of IDEX do have a hard time trying to break out of $2.54. And needless to say, guys, we have also the convergence, the coincidence of the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart with a previous area of lower support and overhead resistance. So let's see what happens tomorrow with IDEX. I think that the stock of this company is extremely beaten down, so we can make the case that a lot of bad news has been already priced in the case of IDEX. So I mean, I could think positive over here, guys. Maybe IDEX can post a better than expected earnings report, and we could see the bulls of IDEX maybe breaking out of $2.54 and filling the gap up to $3.10, but that's a trade that I am not going to be involved with. The only price that I am interested in starting a trade on Ideanomics at is going to be $2.23 because I already have shares for the long term. And the last stock of this video is another stock that is reporting earnings tomorrow, Romeo Power. And in the case, now this is the run ticker symbol, and in the case of Romeo, guys, we got good news yesterday. Let me pull up here the live news tab because Romeo Power signed an agreement with LG Energy Solutions. So let me read here the news and let me see. So Romeo has entered into a long-term supply agreement, very interesting guys, for lithium-ion battery cells with LG Energy Solutions. I mean, this is good news, guys, come on. And the stock of this company has been absolutely obliterated lately. I mean, we can obviously make the case that when Romeo reached $39, which is the all-time high for this stock, the stock of this company has gone too far too fast. I'm not going to argue that, but Romeo is trading at $6.57. And what's the market cap of Romeo, guys? I am curious. Let me see. Let me pull up here Romeo real quick, because maybe I'm saying that the stock of this company shouldn't be at $6, and maybe, you know, maybe that's not that isn't the case. So we are looking at a market cap of not even $1 billion, guys. So I think that this is an opportunity, guys. And remember, we are about to have a new infrastructure bill that is going to be passed apparently anytime soon by the House. And this company could arguably be one of the beneficiaries of the new infrastructure bill. Okay, so in the case of Romeo, $6.57 is a very important area of lower support. Now, $6.70, guys. I am seeing over here that Romeo actually went down yesterday 4.78%, and it closed last Friday's trading session at $6.57. So Romeo closed slightly below a very important area of lower support for the stock of this company at $6.80. $6.80 is a previous area of lower support that already acted as such for Romeo back on July 20th, but it also acted as a lower support for the stock of this company back on May 11th. So we can suppose that this previous area of lower support is going to act on Monday as a new overhead resistance, $6.82. And if the bulls of Romeo, guys, happen to fail at that overhead resistance, then we could see maybe Romeo paying a visit down to $6, which is an all-time low for the stock of this company. Romeo reached $6 back on May 13. So in my case, guys, I don't want to touch Romeo unless the bulls are able to take on the new area of overhead resistance near $6.80. If Romeo happens to break out of that area of resistance and starts to consolidate slightly above $7, that is going to be an area in which I am going to be interested in picking up some shares of Romeo Power. If so, if I happen to start a trade on Romeo slightly above $7, and mind you guys, the 50 SMA is at $6.80. So yeah, this is going to be a tough one, definitely, for the bulls of Romeo Power. We have the convergence, the coincidence of a former area of lower support with the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart. So as I was saying, if that area of overhead resistance happens to be broken to the upside, and if I pick up some shares of Romeo near, I would say $7.10, $7.05, well, in that case, my price target is going to be the next important area of overhead resistance, or the other area of overhead resistance for Romeo near $8.31. $8.31 is a previous area of lower support that already acted as such for Romeo back in the beginning of June, and we are also talking about a former area of support that acted as such back on April 1st and also back on, this was March 5th. So if I pick up some shares, as I just said, $7.10, and if I close this position at $8.31, we are looking at a 17% profit. So watch out for Romeo tomorrow. And I think that during the press conference, something positive is going to be said, most likely about the agreement that was reached with LG. And as I just said, in the case of Ideanomics, the stock of this company is trading 84% of its highs, so we can make the case that a lot of bad news has been already priced in. the stock of this company. So this is going to be an interesting earnings report to be seen. And remember that this company might potentially be a beneficiary of the new infrastructure bill. And with Romeo Power, I am going to wrap up the video. Thank you very much for your attention, and thank you very much for hanging out with me once again. Remember, and keep in mind, guys, that here on the Bilingual Stock Market channel, we are posting stock market update videos Mondays through Thursdays, 3 or 4 hours after the market closes. In those videos, I break down from a technical standpoint both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq 100, which are the most important indices of the United States stock market, but I also break down 3 or 4 stocks that are going to be at the top of my personal watch list in the next trading session. So if you want to get all of the notifications of all of our videos in a timely manner, you have to be subscribed to the channel, but you also need to activate the notification bell right up there. And remember that this is the Bilingual Stock Market channel, the YouTube channel in which we talk about the markets, but we do it in English and Spanish as well, so you can pick your preferred language. But most importantly, this is the YouTube channel in which we know that the wonderful world of Wall Street is not for geniuses, it is for entrepreneurs just like you guys and myself. My name is Alvaro, and I will see you guys tomorrow on Monday. Well, tomorrow is Sunday, guys, but I will see you guys on Monday, 3 or 4 hours after the market closes. Peace out.